stuck here in a dream. Back at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'll stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'll stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former interns tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Tell you what, right now we have two guests that'll be joining us from the Never Alone Advocacy Group organization. We're also being graced overseas by one of the guests. She's in Italy, and so real quick, hey, this is the Monday edition, 26th August, and man, we're live, we're rocking. So, ladies. Michela Morelato, did I get that right? And then, yes. Oh my God, I don't want to mess up your name. Amy
Braley Frank.
Braley Frank. Okay, Braley Frank. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We appreciate you joining us. And well, I mean, I guess I'll break the ice. This really, no pun intended. I'm Ice, your host. No pun intended, but this really stemmed from the conversation that myself and Spanky had on Sergeant's time about the relief of a bunch of NCOs. I mean, name it, all the CSMs that were getting relieved. I think we're up to like 8 now that have been getting relieved for whatever. One of the NCOs that we brought up first was Command Sergeant Major Carlson, and that immediately started a pretty good exchange back and forth with me and Michela about who is he? What is, this is the story. This is what's going on. So can you both tell me about yourselves real quick, and then we can go right into the detail.
Michela, you go first.
See, tonight I want to thank you also for giving me this opportunity because it was a very, very long time that I want to talk, and I want to tell you a lot of things that happen here in Vicenza, Caserme Ederle. Yes, of course, I want to talk, I want to clarify something about the situation with Sergeant Major Carlson, because it's very sad what happened to him. It's a disgrace, actually, in my opinion. And I'm taking fully responsibility for every word that I'm gonna say tonight, okay. Just in case, also because my husband right now is upstairs sleeping. He doesn't even know I'm here. Matthew Carlson maybe tomorrow is gonna be, I don't know, like electric, because yes, I wanna say a bunch of things that I hear the other time when you was talking. Mm-hmm. And did you want to introduce myself? I thought you was introducing me. You don't want to do?
No. Well, I mean, just
I need. I need to brag about myself? Do I need to brag about myself?
well, I'm just saying because you're also a media personality and you're a notable author. So, can you tell us about your
Yeah, I wrote a very nice book that is translated in Italian and English. It's called A Talent for Trouble. It's a book actually that talk about the army, my experience, it's a romance because for a legal situation I have to kind of, you know, make it a novel, a romance.
right.
But it is also experience that I have in all these years through the army.
Michela, what's my name in the book?
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Yeah.
I'm Roxanne.
And,
in the Talent for Trouble.
yeah.
Awesome.
And that was an idea because everything, you know, that happened to me 5 years ago, I was banned from base and Amy was kicked out from her job. And because I've been reported to be a spy for some reason, like I think it was a retaliation against me and Amy for telling the truth. These people, they don't like when people tell the truth. And I just, you know, expose a person. Actually, I told to Amy about this person was a general in the army. And then his buddies, his battle buddies, I don't know how to say it, they got really mad at, they got really mad at me. And then they, with some justification, because I did a picture outside the gate, a normal picture of a corner of the street, they report me, the provost marshal at the time, Michael Parson, he reports me for espionage to the Italian Carabinieri. Then, of course, the Italian commander, because such a, you know, accusation, he had to ban me. So then I've been 5 years fighting with these people, and Amy can explain a little better after the legal aspect because Amy, she's a professional. She was actually the manager of Sharp for the army. Amy, did you want to say?
Sure. So my name is Amy Braley Frank, and I started working for the Department of the Army in 2012. And I did victim advocacy. I did sexual assault response coordinator jobs, and I was promoted to a program manager position to U.S. Army Africa. Had one of the best prevention programs in the Department of the Army. Chief of Staff of the Army, General Odierno, God rest his soul, picked my strategic plan as one of the best for the military. And so we really had a good program. We actually had high reporting numbers, but we looked at it and we actually had more people PCSing to us and reporting rapes from bases that were toxic. So I am a FBI forensic interviewer as well. And after I got my second general officer fired for covering up sexual misconduct in the Army, I was on a paid suspension for 26 months. They wanted to fire me for sending a memo to the Associated Press where they did an illegal 15-6 investigating a sexual assault of a 17-year-old opt-in cadet. And I told them to fire me. And I said, just hashtag like Nike, just do it. Make me a martyr or give me my money and I'll resign. And they said, well, resign and then we'll give you your money. I was like, no. It's not going to work this way.
Right.
Like, what if you don't resign? I said, well, I guess when I have my money, I guess you can fire me and then call me a liar. But you guys are the ones that are liars.
Right.
Just in the tracking. So Michela and I have had very specific experiences. And I want to just say this, that we love the military. My oldest son served, my father served, many of my board members are retired 2-star generals. My youngest son's at the Citadel, gonna go into the Air Force to be assigned to infantry as a forward observer. So we just get that out of the way right away.
Right.
I give birth to warriors, okay?
No, we just try to help here to remove rotten apples.
So there is a few rotten apples, and the problem with that I see in the culture is that people are afraid to speak because they see what happens to truth tellers.
Right.
And I believe, based on my assessment, observation, and their actions in the past, that Command Sergeant Matthew Carlson has been fallen on a sword because he stood up for somebody. And they went at it sideways and reverse engineered a narrative in order to shut him down. And that is,
if I can say something, there was also 3 different occasions. They tried to frame him for 3 different occasions. 2, there was false accusations, you know, and they couldn't do anything. But they tried for 3 times, and nobody said that. And
so one of the accusations was so false.
no, don't say
No, I'm not going to talk about what it is.
Okay.
It's so false. It was even captured on video that it did not happen, nor
Exactly.
could it have happened. Okay.
Wow.
There's video evidence. So it's not like a witness of this, it's on camera. Okay. So it's irrefutable. And, you know, people that make false accusations, regardless of the subject matter, they should be punished like the person would have been punished if they would have gotten convicted of the crime.
Right.
Tracking?
Yes.
Right.
And
Right.
so
Exactly.
if from my lane as a sexual violence, human trafficking, you know, those kind of things that I am an expert in, child abuse, domestic violence, if somebody lies about something like that, they should be held accountable. Because what I do know from doing trainings and prevention and working with service members is that one of the biggest fears that somebody in the military has is to be falsely accused of a sexual assault, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's not provable that the rape occurred, but if it's provable that it didn't occur and that the person intentionally lied for their own gain, they should have the book thrown at them. And if there was equitable justice, and this is the problem with these 15-6 Army regulation investigations, is they give them appointment orders and they say one thing and then they go, but I think this, and I'm going to need you to find out this. And they reverse engineer a narrative to meet their needs. And this is what we have to stop. It, you know, it's this junk with this drinking culture as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where we are. You know, we deal with Gold Star families who their children have reported sexual violence and they're found strangulated to death. Young women seatbelted into vehicles with gunshot wounds that are masked to the head.
We have a lot of. Can I sorry because I would like if I can I would like just to finish because then we just put all in a pot and I would like to finish about Sergeant Major Carson because it's very important that we focus also because the people that follow then they get confused because there is so many stories that Amy and I we find in all these years people calling us with the most savage stories and you know, and you know, I'm sure you know also, I'm sure you're dealing with every day,
Yes.
you know,
A lot of it, yeah.
But no, also because, sorry guys, but it's not my language. Although I'm trying to keep up with you, no? And about Matthew, what we were saying. So there was 3 accusations. Then they got him with the last one. And why? Because the justification was it's about perception, you know. And like I said, so they got him with the drinking alcohol. What was exactly the last accusation, Amy? The one that got Matthew, what was it? The alcohol?
So allegedly, after he had a few drinks, they said it was inappropriate for him to have a few drinks and walk home.
Yeah,
and
he didn't do nothing. He wasn't arrested. He didn't do anything wrong. He
wasn't
didn't,
belligerent. No,
he was
zero,
just walking.
zilch,
We don't know. There is not any proof. There is only some report from these carabinieri that just show up, which I don't even know why after many months they needed to go calling this carabinieri and asking the carabinieri is the Italian police.
Right.
I don't know. It's very suspicious, this behavior. And also, Amy, if you, that was also your idea, when these people trying to say about the alcohol problem, Amy got a good point.
So my point is, so after all these investigations and they're in the conclusion, right? And he's getting his little punishment, what have you. And they're like, well, we have to send you to ASAP for an assessment. I'm like, so this entire time they thought the sergeant major had a drinking problem and they wait until they're done and then send them to ASAP. So if any leader is listening to this, the moment you think that a service member has an alcohol related problem that's adversely impacting them in any way, shape, or form, you immediately send them to ASAP, right? You don't wait. So what were they doing?
That brings about the question that pops into my head is that I know the Italian police, just like the German police or any other European police, they report, but they don't see a guy who looks like he's been drinking, and then they write it down. It's not a criminal report. It's just an observation report. He looks like he walked out of the bar and he's walking home. He made it home safe, and that's what we see. That's what we see. Well, that's what we hope when we say, hey, you have a friend outside and he's off post and he's off base. Make sure you secure your buddy, and then make sure he gets home safe. There's no reports that are being made, or there's nothing adverse by saying, hey, I took care of my buddy. I saw him. He had a little bit too much to drink. So for his safety, I brought him home. But didn't the Italian police say that there was nothing criminal?
Scusi, there is no reason. There is no reason of this two officer,
right?
Because if in Italy, usually, in my experience,
right,
if you are drunk and belligerent, sick,
right,
first things the officer have to do, breathalyzing, they didn't do it,
right,
and second things, maybe call an ambulance,
right.
So these two important things was not, they didn't do it,
right.
So it's just a story that a fantasy, it could be his words against my words. I mean, there was no arrest, no report, no nothing.
Bottom line up front,
exactly.
If you're a service member and you have a few too many to drink or not, or just have a couple and you're still okay, but you're not okay to drive and you walk home, how is that a bad decision?
Right. That was about to say. If anything else, he's taking care of himself.
I remember when my dad was a deputy base commander in Misawa, Japan, he had some general that got drunk and was driving on the flight line.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, I'm a general. Can't you do something about this? But I was like, no, sorry about your luck, man.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, so you're looking for something. It's just like Michela, she took a picture after she asked permission of a walking hazard of a blind corner at the front of the gate. And then they're like, oh, she's spying. It's espionage. You can Google right now, front gate of Caserme Ederle. It's on Google Earth.
Right.
I mean, we're not talking about that she gave up some crazy secrets.
Right. Exactly.
Or some intel unit.
Exactly.
I mean, they made a point to utilize one little tiny piece. They cherry pick evidence. And that's what we believe they've done with Sergeant Major Matthew Carlson, because he advocated for Michela to be unbanned.
Ben, it could be this, I'm not sure. It could be also he was one of the officers, was not the only one, that they reinstated me and they give me my rights back, my rights to be a spouse, to be a mother, to take care of my kids. They go to inside the base, inside the school. They treat me for 5 years like Pablo Escobar. I swear, they sometimes my kids maybe was sick, maybe somebody got hurt playing at the playground,
right,
whatever. So I have, because they want me to sign them to ask permission to go inside the base, and
where her children are.
I have to tell them way before. For the occasion, something special for my husband, some ceremony, I don't know. And but sometimes inside the school, my kids maybe fall, something happened, or I was in front the entrance like a criminal. And thank God, you know, all the Italians people, they was very nice, and also the Americans that was there. They understood that it was a punish too harsh, because, and so they tried their best, all their best, but they couldn't do. Example, they have to put me inside a car, like a person that inside a police car, and they escorted me inside the school of my children. I went inside the school of my children with 2 policemen escort me, and then the same time happened with them. My son, another time, we was late, so I have to take a taxi because I don't like to drive here in Italy, so I always use a taxi. And in the end, again, was an accident. You know that I was late from school. They escort me with 2 cars inside. My son was crying. It was because he said, "Mom, why there is the police escorting us?" You know,
It was traumatizing the children.
I'm sure it
yeah.
was. I'm sure it was.
So I said, Ethan, you know, I said only Lady Gaga and the president have the escorts. You know, I was just pretending that was something cool, you know, but it was not cool. Actually, it makes me very sad. It breaks my heart. And you know, my personality, I like to look like this every day. This is me. And most of the time when a woman, or also like Amy, it's very confident. There are people, especially the army wife, that they don't like it. If they can make your life miserable, they will try. In the end, they always, you know, they always bore themselves with me, because especially the last week. But anyway, it's another story. But yeah. Yeah.
That brings us to this point. Then I'm glad you brought that up. What exactly happened that got you suspended? What got your privileges removed from the installation?
Let's just dial it down. Okay. So I was a sexual assault program manager for U.S. Army Africa. Major General Joseph P. Harrington was the commanding general. He and Michela had an exchange on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
And then when she was not acquiescing to some of his requests, like, oh, come over and have coffee when my security detail's gone. And she's like, well, if we're going to have a coffee, we can have it at the PX or in town. He's like, no, come to my house.
He acting like a friend. I thought we was friends, because in Italy it's really normal to have male friends. And I mean, these Americans that, especially these women that keep being bigots against women that have male friends, in the end, the Americans that being bigots, you know, they are the ones that fucking around.
Right.
Like me, I'm just honest. You know, I like you. You are a good person, and I want to be your friends. Then I didn't know that he was an important general. I didn't know who he was. I treat him like I treat every man. I'm nice, I'm friendly, and that's it. End of the story. In fact, Amy, she keep telling me, Michela, but he is American, so he have only one idea. But I mean, he's a nice person. He's also, after I found out he's a powerful general, it's super cool to having a general friends.
Yeah.
But then of course, we respect because he's married, I'm married. We say hi, we go to the gym like we was in the gym, and we talk and we chit chat. And then he contacted me on social media, and I've been nice and everything was okay, you know, like nothing
inappropriate. No, but he was saying things that were inappropriate. Like, I want you to be my next Italian wife. I wish you were here in Africa with me to be my nurse. And saying how beautiful she looked in her wedding dress. Guess who was standing next to her in a red gown, who's 5'7" with 3-inch heels on with flaming red hair? His sexual assault program manager. Okay. So like that part. So
Fuck.
We went. Excuse me. Let me finish. Then, because they got her kicked out of the gym because the spouses got mad.
Yeah.
They got her kicked out of the gym for showing like this much of her midriff, which is like goofy. Like, I need some of the people that aren't in shape to put on some more clothes. Okay. So that part.
Right.
And so then we went to the IG, to Lou Bello he was the IG for Harrington. And then he said, girls, leave it alone. You don't want to go there, leave it alone. And I'm like, and then come to find out, he worked with Harrington when Harrington was a battalion commander, right? And all of these things. And so we sent a report to the Department of the Army Inspector General. Pollock was his last name. So he emails the G1 saying, what do you know about Michela Morlato and the SHARP program manager and General Harrington? Well, those morons looked my email up in Global, and when they replied back, they forgot to take me off the CC line. So I have the email where the Department of the Army IG leaked our report to my command and General Harrington's IG. But nobody wants to talk about that, right? But I have the email because he tried to unsend it, right? Recall the message, but I had already read it and PDF.
Yeah, about to say, yeah.
Okay, so then she goes and has an interview with the Department of the Army IG, and they're like, well, how do we know what he said and what you said and blah, blah, blah. So she said, okay, here's my username and password for my Facebook Messenger for 24 hours. They downloaded all the messages. Then they started another 15-6 at USRAF and CTAF and said that I put her up to contacting Harrington. I knew nothing about it. Actually, when she was talking to him, I was like, this is stupid. Like, he's not your friend. He's not going to help you. Like not the right human for this. You know, so it was all this cover up. So then when I went to re-up after my first 3 years in Italy, they're like, yeah, we don't think we want you to stay here any longer. But I already gotten a promotion to Army Cyber Command.
Oh, Army Cyber Command.
So
yeah, Amy, you said it right about when you say it's not gonna help you. We should also explain in what, because I was harassed for almost 2 years by the spouses of the Caserme Ederle. They was insane.
I'll just say exactly what they said because I heard them saying it. They said that Michela was a gold digging whore and that she was just married her husband because she was a gold digger. I'm like, I'm like, how do you know that? They're like, we just know. She's a slut. She's a gold digger. I said, well, how do you know? Please tell me. They're like, well, we just know. I said, well, that's interesting. I said, because her ex-husband was a West Point captain who she left after he came back jacked up from being deployed. And, you know, he needed help and she couldn't deal with it as a young mom. And then she married an E3. So she's a gold digger. She's really fucking bad at it, you idiots.
Yeah, but you cannot resume it in a very short way. There was more situation.
I know. I'm just, some woman slapped her in the face when she was pregnant with Ethan. And the MPs at Caserme Ederle didn't do anything.
No, she pulled my hair. She pulled my hair, yeah.
Oh,
that was weird. That she coming from the hood. Sometimes we have this, you know. No, sometimes we.
But okay, so you made the report, right? I mean, that you made the report and then
but they told me that was outside the base, so they couldn't do anything about it.
But it was on which is a lie because it was a Dodia school bus stop, and we all know she's a command-sponsored spouse.
So going back to the other things, when she said help, it's because honestly, I saw this man like a savior, like this man is gonna help me to make these people, maybe he's gonna close there was pages on Facebook and they was opening
the
fake profile and pages to just slander me, to just say the most insane things. And I mean, people that I see, people that I know, they could have just come to tell me in my face.
Right.
And there was also high-ranking officers and their wife that they was laughing with the emoji. So my idea, I asked him honestly when I was chit-chatting with him. I asked him, "Could you help me?" In fact, after I told him everything, I hope he was nice. It was him that after I told him everything, a week or 10 days later, all the page or the stuff against me was down. And then immediately when all the shenanigan happened, okay, the page was back. All the pages was back again, and they was investigating because I was anonymous. Amy, explain the parts that I
yeah.
never.
Well, that's the whole thing about the Department of the Army IG sending Lou Bello and Colonel Lopez an email saying that Michela was the one who told the Department of the Army IG about the Facebook messengers and the inappropriate comments. So, I mean, she was supposed to be anonymous. You know, when you check the little box on the IG form,
Right.
it says, "Do you want to remain anonymous?" You might not get to know the outcome of the investigation. She said, "I want to be anonymous."
Right.
And they put her name out on the street.
Yeah, they threw me under the
my
bus.
G1 Colonel Douglas Campbell, to Colonel Lopez, the IG, who used to be at 173rd. He left 173rd. They sent him to IG school, and then he came back to be the USARAF IG. Now, do we know that that's by design? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They're cherry picking evidence, and they're cherry picking their yes men to cover their tracks.
Yeah.
God.
And then after that, because you have to know also the Caserme Ederle is a very little community.
It is.
Which I adore because my first daughter Sveva, she was born.
Your only
inside
daughter.
Caserme. Yeah, and then I have another daughter, another son, Eden, and she was born there, and that's why I have this also deep attachment, especially for the good people, because right now we're just talking about the shit people that we met, but also there are a lot of good people inside the place too. And honestly, most of the time they come to me, I can tell they come to tell me things because they can't, either they scared to get fired.
Michela's a vignette for training. I'm a vignette for training. People are like, "Oh, that's good." I'm like, it's not good. They're putting me out there as a vignette for training because they don't want any other advocates to speak the truth. They want to see that they put their boot on my neck, right? And I've got news for them. They didn't put their boot on my neck. I'm doing much better than I ever was working for the Department of the Army, and I'm more effective not being held down by their, policies and procedures that they cherry pick which ones they want to follow while they're violating federal law. Not just Army regulation and policy. They're violating federal law and the things that they're doing and making up lies about people. I mean, how many generals and colonels do you know that have had a few much to drink and walked home on base?
I know some that finish a party and they get in the back of a car when somebody's driving for them, but they walked across a parking lot or something like that. You know what I mean? That's
to be like, we lost our trust and confidence in your ability to lead because you had a few minutes to drink, as we're pouring all kinds of crazy liquors into a grog.
We're doing a grog bowl ceremony and then somebody's walking home in their dress uniform or something like that.
Let's talk about the drinking culture, and then so you want to admonish them for safely walking home.
No, but tell him also that these people that preaching and they punish Sergeant Major are the same people that at every ball they drinking from the krog. They putting all some sort of shit, Tabasco, vodka, tampons. I don't know what they put inside there, and they drinking it, and so they are the one that promote alcohol until they like it. They make the rule. They decided.
These are the same people that are having key parties. You tracking what I'm talking about, Ken? What a key party is?
What is that?
It's where these married spouses go to parties and they all put their keys in a bowl, and whoever's key you pull is who you go home with.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy
lots of swingers. In fact, the other day I was talking about this. It's so funny when they you know, they call me names and behind my shoulder. And by the way, a lot of these women are moms and their children go in the school with my children. And I experience probably on my skin women that tell to their children to don't hang out with my kids because are my kids, you know.
Right.
And these are the same women that I just caught. I just caught one a week ago or 4 days ago. Her husband was sleeping with my friends, and I could, you know, I mean, and then I
That's
said,
why they
"Girl,
hate Michaela, because she's got the T on the Italian side and the T on the Army side.
Right, right.
And then the wives get mad at her because she's like, your
That's-
husband has been lying, saying he was single, screwing my Italian girlfriend, saying he wanted to have babies with her.
So
yeah."
so
but,
so
you
then
know,
so then so the how to go back to the text messaging though, that was Major General Joseph Harrington.
Right.
And so what happened to him? I mean, because that's some
Oh, he lost a star.
uh-huh.
I met with a public affairs officer that didn't, just by chance, he was like, I have to write General Harrington's like resignation, whatever thing to go out. He was like, yeah, they told him they couldn't fix it this time. So that tells me a lot, right?
Right.
And so he was made to retire as a 1-star. I'm sure he appealed it and probably got his payback. And he's a Department of Defense contractor. He's all the time over in Belgium and Germany. I mean, that's one of the things that we're trying to legislate for is if you get fired for sexual harassment, sexual assault, that type of sexual misconduct, domestic violence, child abuse, that you're barred from GS employment. You're barred from NAF employment. You're barred as being a contract with the Department of Defense. Why is he getting like sweet contracting?
I was about
money?
to say it's almost like a bump up, you know, without the
Oh yeah, they're like,
you
know what, you're gonna have to take one of these for the team, brother, because we
Yeah.
don't need more press on this.
Right,
You've already been on USA Today.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was, speaking of press, it was in 2017, so it wasn't like it was like a blip. And
no,
But she's been banned
And that's
because of that
yeah.
until last year.
There is something very important I want to add because I really hope that the people, USA Today, did you know the newspaper?
yeah.
They are awful, awful. I swear, like they use me for the information. They call me and ask me, you know, I just give them the information, whatever, because somebody, friends of Amy, give my number to them, you know. And then when there was some update, so they use me to tell the story of the spy, to tell the story of no, they don't even say that. They use me for through General Harrington under the bus. They couldn't wait. They want to have that moment, you know, which I just want to tell the truth about the entire situation, the entire behavior of the army overseas or even in America. And then when I told them, guys, I'm in trouble now because this is what happened to me and my friends and that, I tried to contact them and I tried to send an email. Could you guys write the update, right, Amy? And they never ever wrote nothing else. They was
What her point to this is, so after all that happened, when you have the American Provost Marshal, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Parsons, go to the Italian court and basically do a warrant, if you will, right? Like you would go to a magistrate court that to file denuncia, which is the Italian term for like that, and say that she committed an act of espionage. And I sent it to the Department of Defense IG, and they're like, they can't do that. I'm like, you have an officer of the Army acting as the Army, filing a denuncia against an Italian spouse that's, you know, you not understand the third and fourth order effects of that?
Right.
She's doing a PCS with her husband and her children. And you're going to make that allegation because you want us to shut up?
Yeah, actually, they asked me when I did my passport to go into America. They asked me all these questions. You know, they try to ruin my life. They play with my life, and nobody of my perpetrators, nobody even pay anything, no even an apology, nothing. Actually, I still have people right now, for some reason, they are inside the garrison, inside the garrison, people that been in Italy for 25 years, for 20 years. And people that complain, they say, why she's back? Why she's back? And they are angry and they
Vicenza's
try.
her hometown. When she PCS to Fort Carson, she was nervous as a tick. She's like, Amy, I don't want to go on base. I want them to arrest me. And they gave her an ID card. It was fine because the cabal wasn't there. I mean, you know, you're not supposed to stay Oconus as a GS civilian more than 7 years. And then there's a small exception for very specialized things.
Right.
Like, you know,
and
very,
about
very specialized.
that,
But you have people that have that walked out of the uniform, walked right into a GS position, never went back CONUS, and that have stayed there 7, 13, 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, that's illegal. That's fraud, waste, and abuse.
I've seen Germans. I've seen it in Germany where GSs were stay there and you're like wondering, how are you still here?
Let me tell you something. If I had kept my mouth shut and my legs open, I'd still be in Italy. Okay?
God, dude.
I'm not kidding.
I know. Just the way
the only time they wanted me to open my mouth is to suck dick, and I wasn't doing it.
Yeah. And about that, not about the suck dick, about the other things.
No, here, okay, so they got you banned, and so now, so they banned you after the Harrington incident, right? So after the Harrington incident, they banned you for taking a picture for crosswalk safety, and you asked permission, and then they said, nope, this is espionage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
I try.
And listen, where the picture went, it was a closed wives page. And she said, hey guys, this is a dangerous intersection. Who should I go to get this fixed? And Jim Brooks, the public affairs officer for CTAF, his wife was like, you have to take it down. It's illegal. And they went and found Jay Passion, who's still doing security at Caserme Ederle. Hey Jay, how you doing? We see you. Yeah, no, I see you, brother. They went in a cabal and they're like, oh, we can use this picture because there is a sign that says do not take any pictures in front of a post gate, right? Like we're all tracking.
Is there?
Yeah, every base. Okay. Every base there's a thing. But do you know how many pictures there are of people like holding, like we arrived in Vicenza?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, look at U.S. Army WTF moments. How many pictures on post of troops doing shit?
So our point is like, if you're gonna punish equitably.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if it's the rule, it's the rule, but don't just decide when you're going to apply the rule.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you how dirty they are, Ken. So my sexual assault prevention program got picked as one of the best strategic plans by General Odierno, God rest his soul. So I flew to DC to present my plan, right? And while I was gone, I, of course, had a nicer car than my son, who was an E3 at the time, and he lived on Caserme Ederle in the barracks. And he was like, hey, Mom, when you're gone TDY, can I use your car? I'm like, sure, fine. So I was gone like 2 weeks plus a week of leave, right? So 3 weeks total. Jake had my car. I get back to base, and they're like, hi, my name is, I can't remember the guy's name, Colonel whatever. He was like, I've been assigned a 15-6 investigation about you being in the barracks at the 173rd having sex with young service members. I was like, say that again? He was like, yeah. I said, number one, I have a 4,000 square foot flat in downtown Vicenza, and I could put one in each room and screw them all day long if I felt like it, because I'm single, I can do whatever the hell I want. Okay, number one. Number two, go your ass to the G1, pull my DTS orders, and get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah.
And he was like, ma'am, you have to answer these questions. I said, you know what I have to do? Eat shit, die, and pay taxes. Get the fuck out of my office. Because that's the other thing. For any Joes that are listening, any service members that are listening, when someone comes from CID, from 15-6 investigator, and they're like, well, if you could just help us answer some questions, you say, I have my name, rank, serial number, I'm going to get a lawyer, and I'll see it when my lawyer gets here. Yep. And if you need a better lawyer than one that they give you, call us and we'll help you find one. Because I guarantee you, spending $5,000 or $10,000 is well worth your retirement.
Well, not to mention the fact that what happened after that investigation when they said that was your son. I mean, what was Did they
No, the guy-
apologize? Did they say, "Hey, I'm
Because I
sorry"?
told him to fuck off. He left
Mhm.
because I wasn't even going to play his little game.
Yeah.
You know, then they just tried to do it more and more and more. So finally, I hired Greg Rinkney from Tully and Rinkney, and he was like, "If you guys go try to talk to my client and don't talk to me, I'm going to create fresh hell for you. I don't care. Don't even ask her what she fucking had for breakfast." Because they will play with you, and your command will try to get you to go talk to CID, go talk to MPs, order you to talk to the 15-6 investigator. You have fucking rights.
Right.
Yeah. So as you can understand, Ken, that's why they love us. You know that because that's who they deal with.
Right.
You know.
I'm just as I'm hearing this shit, you weren't lying when you said buckle up, because I was like, God damn.
No, this is just surface level.
Right.
I have a whole shelf of dead girls downstairs that reported rapes and were murdered. Like, who hangs himself in a kneeling position in a wall locker in Germany?
Right. You know, I was going to ask you that. Is most of these crimes more prevalent overseas due to the or is it happen here more? Does it happen overseas more? Like, how do I say this?
I think the further away from the flagpole, the dirtier the cabal gets.
There we go. And it's almost like the level of incompetence to where somebody who is,
oh no, they're not incompetent. They know exactly what they're doing.
Right.
I mean, it's just like I sent the IG for CTAF this email today because we were reported that this retired NCO and his wife were shipping vapes from America to the post office on post in Caserme Ederle and then selling them.
That's the next point.
Yeah, you ruined my surprise. I was supposed to say the story because
I ruined your surprise.
You ruined the surprise.
I'm sure you have more rabbits in your pocket.
No, thank you. No, I tell you why, because Ken, he was trying to translating the article.
Exactly.
And you was confused. I remember.
I remember, yeah, because that's why I kept saying this doesn't make sense. As I was reading the translation, I'm like, this doesn't make sense, you know?
Yeah,
so,
because then I understand that I'm blonde, but I'm not really stupid, you know? So the reason why I compare, you say, like I said, this person walk home, maybe he have 2 glasses of wine, I don't know. But then,
the comparison to
right.
Yeah, I report in February these people that do whatever they want on the daylight, like in front the
in front of their faces.
Yeah, and nobody say anything. I mean, I've been banned for 5 years because I did a picture. And these people can selling tax-free vapes, you know. And I keep going there, keep reporting them and everything, and nobody do anything. Why? So why this
I mean, is it because this NCOs in the Knights of Malta? Like, does he have dirt on somebody? Like, what is happening?
No,
like, I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
Right. So this is the case where you witnessed the black market sale of vape cigarettes on.
Yeah, but yeah, we don't have to go in details because they are doing investigation right now, and also and nothing personal with these people. I don't have no problem with them, but it is unfair that people work hard every day, they pay their taxes, and I never do anything you know.
This is why it's such a problem, because there's a status of forces agreement.
Right.
That spouses can't even bake cakes and sell them. They can't even do hair out of their home.
They can't even watch people's kids. They can't even watch a kid for about an hour or two.
And so you have these people that are, I mean, that's a federal offense, mail fraud. Mm-hmm. That is a federal offense. It's a violation of the SOFA agreement. They're not paying taxes on goods they're bringing in to sell. They're not paying taxes on the things that they're selling. I mean, this is literally a RICO case. I mean, it's like Capone, right? They couldn't get him for the murders, but they got him on the tax evasion. Mm-hmm. This is what we have going on here. Like I said, fraud, waste, and abuse. Why are you in Italy for 13, 20 years? Whose ass are you covering? Mm-hmm. Somebody's.
And then the ironic part, the fun part that these people don't understand, Italian and Americans, is like you been in Italy for 20, 25 years, okay. You have the responsibility to don't start shit because yeah,
Yeah.
because the thing is that when I show up in 2008 in that base, there was all these people that work there and blah blah blah. They have the privilege to work and to be nice to other people because it's a community. They just talking shit, and what they do, they create a reputation from each person. So if you, like me, you don't bow down, you don't silence in front of injustice, if you are a problem from them, then they destroy you. But they don't understand that they met me and Amy. It's over the game, you understand?
Right.
Like people need to understand, they need to calm down. They need to calm down. They need to stop to be fake and hypocrite and come to smiling at me. But then,
We can stab
no.
you in the back. I'll never
Mm.
forget the first time I met Michela. So I saw her around the base and I thought, oh, what a beautiful pregnant woman. Looked like Sophia Loren pregnant, just gorgeous, beautiful daughter, long brunette hair, just beautiful family. And I was with my friend in Asiago, and it was just the two of us. And we had an empty chair, and this beautiful little girl said, "Can we use your other chair?" And I said, "Of course." And I looked and I saw Michela, and I was like, "Oh," I said, "I think I've seen you on base. How are you?" And she was like a scared cat. I was like, "I'm not gonna hurt you." Like, and she was actually, her ex-husband Chris had come to visit their child. And so when these women, these other spouses were saying how horrible she was, I was like, that's weird, because like her new husband and her old husband, they all co-parent together in a very healthy way. So I know, because I've talked to the man. I've witnessed it. So I don't know what you think, but she was scared that I was going to be mean to her.
I was ready. I was ready to attack.
I mean, I even invited her to go to the On Post Chapel with me, because my youngest son, who's now a sophomore at the Citadel, was performing in like a Christmas play.
Right.
And all of these spouses are like, "I can't believe that she wore that to church." And I'm like, what kind of Christians are you? I'm like, God says, come in your best. And I'm like, it's not her fault that she's 8 months pregnant. Her breasts are out of control. Like, I mean, like Dolly Parton didn't have anything on that girl.
You guys are making me feel awkward talking about this shit. I'm fucking getting
feel
embarrassed.
Hey, listen, I can clear a cocktail party in 3.5 seconds. Who knows why women have clitorises? It's because you want us to enjoy sex, okay?
Fucking. That was a Dennis Leary moment right there.
Yeah, like, you know what? I'm not the sex police. I'm the rape police. And if I could prevent it, I'd go around with my damn rape cake.
So when you reported this, the illegal vapes, how did you know that? I mean, how did you know that they could possibly be illegal, or how did you know that they were possibly black market, I guess you'd say?
I mean, we have picture and videos. Okay, like that I didn't do it. That I didn't do it.
Right.
I send other soldiers to do it, and there is all the messages between them. Like I got all the proof. I love like I said, the police. But I said, guys, why should I make the job of the police should do it? Like why nobody's here? So is everybody a little bit omertosi, like everybody just being not talking or listening or watching?
Right.
What's going on here, guys?
Right.
What's going on? And that's why there was this guy. There was I just found out like a few weeks ago, there was a meeting inside I guess the garrison or commander office, and they was make a meeting about me, if I could go on base or not. And there was all the colleagues, the nice incredible officers and enlistment soldier colleagues of my husband. They say, we don't have any problem. We would love to have her back. Also, I think Matthew was one of them that was okay with that because, you know, that was really unfair.
Matthew's being
And then there was,
Matthew being
Yeah,
Command
Sergeant
Sergeant Major
Major
Carlson.
Carlson,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I think, I don't know for sure. I knew that Matthew was my team, like that he would like that I'm going back because also that was damaging
Well,
my
can I just
husband.
say
That
that?
was damaging my
Because he
that was
didn't see
damaging my
because
husband.
as the CSM, he didn't see an issue at all. He just like, oh,
Well,
No,
and
no.
let me just say something, Michaela. One of the
Yeah.
reasons why Sergeant Major Matthew Carlson wanted you unbanned is because you being banned was adversely affecting his service member. Her husband would have to leave work to go take care of the children. Her husband would have to leave work to take the kids to appointments and the doctor. And when he had a perfectly capable spouse that was prohibited from taking care of their family. So he was looking at it as like, this is impacting the mission.
right. This is a quality of life issue as well.
Yeah,
you know?
my service member can't work because he has to tend to the children because we won't let his wife tend to the children.
Right.
It wasn't that Matthew was like loving Michaela and thought she was the best thing. He looked at like, this is mission focused. What supports my mission? The spouse of my service member being able to take care of the children. And that's good leadership.
And we need more of these.
See, I'm
kind of
getting hot.
leaders.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
Take off this jacket.
We need more of these kind of leaders because these are the
The
person.
military throws enough garbage at the service member and the families. We don't need this other stuff going
extra
on.
bullshit. Yeah. So then did they ask for a statement? The cops, the provost marshals, they asked you for a statement, right? And for the vape stuff.
About the vapes.
About the vapes. And they made you.
I send you the FOIA. Did you read it?
I did. I read it all. But I'm asking, when you did that,
Did you make a statement? Did you make a written statement?
The written statement. What did they say from the statement? Like, when you gave them the statement, what was their reaction to it?
They kept contradicting themselves. They said,
no,
but
that was. They just the first time the one happened in February, they just fall in Italia. We said they just falling from the sky, like they don't know. And I said, guys, but don't you see it?
Right,
like, I mean,
right.
you guys, and maybe they feel really pissed off that I'm doing this because it doesn't look good on
Right.
their job, and then I went now and I talked to this very nice. I have faith on this one, on this provost marshal. She's a nice female soldier, so I think maybe she I can see from her eyes. She didn't talk a lot because there was her assistant that was talking more than her. I don't know.
I think the problem that we always see is like General Darrell Williams. He's the U.S. Army Europe commander right now. Right. And he is a solid leader. But what happens is there's this cabal in between you and the information and the good leader. And so they shape it for them. Right. And they're like, oh, Amy and Michela are crazy, blah, 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 blah. We're your solid, we're your deputy, we're your IG, we're your people. And we're over here like waving red flags like insane people.
Right. Yeah.
And, and it might sound insane because you can't make this shit up though, right? Like, I don't have enough imagination to make it up. It's just like the books and the things that happen. It's unfathomable what they're doing. And for what motivation?
Yeah, and that's my biggest thing too, is that I don't think, like you were saying, that nobody wants to get exposed. And I think General Williams would have slammed some people if he got like the raw details of it, not the covered up narrative of it.
Yeah, no, he's when I saw him, when Harrington was my boss, I saw him in DC when I went to brief that prevention thing. And he looked at me and he was like, he was in Turkey at the time. And he was like, how's it over there? Tears started streaming out of my face. I was like, sir, it's awful. I'd rather be in Turkey with you. He was like, I would take you if I could. Like the level of toxicity, and I'm not a weak human, right? Like if I'm crying, like I'm probably about to cut somebody.
Right.
And the level of toxicness. They harassed Michaela. They harassed me. They harassed my sexual assault response coordinators. One of them was married to the Intel Star Major, and they were like, oh, what do you do when you see the new SARC for the MI brigade and it makes you want to slap their ass. Like
when she say what they are us, no, all these people that we are talking about, they have name and last name, and that's the problem, because they think that we are just joking, like I'm okay with these people, that they can say whatever they want, and that's the problem, that they understand that me and her, we're not gonna stop to tell the truth, to be here for the people that need help. We are helping.
But if you look at somebody like Sergeant Major Matthew Carlson, who's had a exemplary career, right?
Yeah.
Got promoted ahead of his seniors, blah blah blah, and then somebody like me who's been very successful in my endeavors, if they can do what they've done to us, what do you think they do to little baby?
I'm about to say to little private, to little Joe.
Yeah.
To a soldier.
So I mean, like I have little baby privates all the time, you know, that are found dead.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? My message is call us when they start in on you. Let us put a cone of protection around you. I'm not doing this for my well-being. I don't have to do this.
Right.
I don't have to do this at all. I have a whole nother life. We do this all pro bono. Michela doesn't have to do this. I do this because I don't want to see another flag fucking draped coffin from a dead girl or guy that has been aggrieved, and either they get murdered or they commit suicide because the culture and the environment where they're at is so toxic that they rather kill themselves because they know they can't leave.
Right, exactly. Now, is this?
And we know we have like a huge suicide problem in the military.
We do. Now, this right here, all this encapsulated, this what started Never Alone Advocacy? Is this what started this?
So Michela and I sat in a cafe below her house, and she was like, Amy, you need to start a foundation because you're going to be more
productive.
Exactly. On the outside than on the inside. And, you know, I have 13 Gold Star families right now that wish they would have known about Never Alone before they received their child in a flag draped coffin.
Yeah.
And my point is, if they can do this to Sergeant Major Matthew Carlson, who walked home after he had a few drinks, like what the fresh hell are we doing?
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. I really hope for them that they're gonna think about it, and they're gonna think about it, you know, about what they did, because I'm sure that's not gonna end up well if you know, they're just gonna keep doing whatever they want and removing people and damaging life, you know. And I'm talking, we perfectly know who they are, you know. Now we're not gonna hear.
And for anybody listening that needs help, I want you to know we don't go in like balls out in the beginning, right? I get you to sign some paperwork. There's, you know, privacy stuff. Then we just gently tell your command, hey, ma'am, sir, this is what they're doing. This is the federal law, the regs, and the policy they're violating. I'm gonna need you to change your trajectory. Now, if they continue on the path of the rotten apples, then they can, you know, fuck around and find out and get fucking famous.
Right.
Now we should have actually, I think the Army, they should give us an award to me and Amy, you know, because after
all this work that you guys do, you should get, of course, an award, because this.
Yeah, because I'm watching most of the time this military spouse. Now, some of them are volunteering, some of them doing a great job, outstanding job, and some of them are there just to hide their true personality. They are not nice at all, and I'm thinking, me and Amy, we help a lot of people. Now I'm not gonna stay here brag about it, but we did the things that really help in the real way.
No, we've saved people's lives.
Right.
Yeah. And,
bottom line up front, saved their lives. I brought AWOL service members from the Marines, from the Army, from the Navy back on post with no incident. You know, I had a young soldier that got volunteered for a deployment, and they had her no battle buddy. She'd already been a rape victim, PTing at night on the wire. So I emailed General McConville Saturday night before Easter, and I'm like, this fresh hell. And he had his deputy call me, and they're like, thank you, Amy. I'm like, you got me suspended for getting Miyoko Shanley fired, but you're going to thank me for saving your soldier's life. Like, hi. Like, why don't you guys just lean in and accept the fact that you guys need some transparency and oversight?
And that's the thing. If you guys look in the link that I dropped in the chats for you guys on the X app, you'll see it just right below the post of the broadcast. That's all your testimonies and all the work.
And it's not even up to date because
I was about to say, you probably have a lot more that are ready to get thrown on there, but you got, I mean, I opened up one of the statements, U.S. Armed Services Committee. I mean, all of it's in here. That's all of it's in here. And I was reading over it, and it's, I mean.
So Morgan Robinson, the young lady that was raped in a deployment, they told us that they couldn't figure out who she was with because she was attached to some special forces. They were called Task Force Nightmare, and it was a nightmare for her. We got her phone just a year ago, and all the people that they said they didn't know who was on the deployment with her. There's pictures of them in the helicopter with their fucking name tapes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't know who had her out there? She was gang raped.
Yeah.
She was dragged out of a tent. She was a lesbian. She never had sex with a man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not only like rape, but it's also a hate crime.
Right.
Yeah.
Morgan didn't deserve that. None of my girls or guys deserve what they've gotten.
Yeah,
we, like I said, we're here because we want to see the real change. We want to see not only words. I don't want to go in these events with all this, oh, we're here for you, the family, the community. And then when I need help or, the people just don't, they're just talking shit and
we don't care what you say, we care what you action. And that's what bugs us about Sergeant Major Matthew Carlson is he is a good leader that action shit, and they threw him under the fucking bus.
Yeah, there was a bunch of, because they are alpha poodles, some of them, and they are jealous.
You say alpha poodles?
Yeah.
What?
They are. I said they are. Some of these officers are the alpha poodles,
poodles,
and
okay.
yeah.
I was just double checking to make sure that's what I heard.
Yeah, they're very jealous. They are like their wife. In fact, in fact, I was thinking that you can define a soldier, a leader also for the wife he married, because you understand, it's really important this. And so, yes, probably tomorrow morning when I wake up, no many people's gonna be happy about this conversation, but honestly, I don't care because my conversation is real, is honest. I have every proof, every evidence of what I said. And, like I said, like the people that work with my husband, they are nice people. At least I'm happy for my husband because my poor husband, he went through hell with these people.
I was about to ask. I mean, he's going to find out tomorrow morning when he wakes up. But how has he been treated on this? I mean, what?
Ciao, amore. Ciao, Adam. I love you so much.
No, Adam. They lost his reenlistment papers.
Right.
They just do all kinds of,
Sketchy
it's just
stuff,
like asking my husband to control me. Like, good luck with that, fresh hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but they actually make him. I remember that when they reinstate me, they make him sign kind of like. What did make me sign about
It was like, you understand that you're responsible for her. If she does anything on post, like it's gonna fall back on you. Blah blah blah. Like, just adding insult to injury.
Right. It's almost like a quasi non-disclosure
but yeah,
agreement.
Some other spouse can attack his pregnant wife.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
Let's just figure out the equity here.
Yeah.
And, I'd love to talk to you about our murdered girls, our young men that have been raped and retaliated against.
But can we do another time? Because
I
need to go. I need to go. No, sorry, but for real, because here I don't even know what time is it. maybe 3 in the morning. I need to wake up. I need to go to my children. I need to bring it to school.
It's 2:30 in the morning.
You wanna
Just
carry-
30 more minutes, and it's be the witching hour.
Yeah, carry, Emma, so you want to carry the podcast with you while you're going to take your kids to school?
Yeah, I don't know. No, but that because then I think Amy and you should having another conversation.
Of course,
another time
of course.
because then we can put all this information. Today we talk about the famous secrets of Caserme Ederle.
Oh man, this is like
Michela.
You're
Remember all the swinging and key parties.
I'm somebody was like sent me a DM. Hey Ken, that means it's swingers. I'm like, I don't fucking know about that shit, you know. So it was like, what does a key party be?
I never heard this one. I never heard this one.
My oldest son's dad, we went to a party in 1993 and on the base, on an Air Force base, and they had a bowl and it said put your keys here, and so I threw my keys in there because I thought I was a drunk driving
right
thing.
Exactly, that's what I was
I
thinking.
was
I was thinking the same thing.
And he was like, no Amy, you don't want that. I was like, well, I don't, if we have too much to drink we shouldn't drive home. He's like, that's not for that. And so I had to get educated.
Okay, so the swinging key was not, I don't know nothing in details about the swinging key, so no, at least that. Comunque, yeah, recap, just to say. So I'm here for you guys. If you have some problem, just email me or just come nicely to talk to me and we can, I'm saying. And also,
don't lie to us, though. We don't like it.
Right?
We don't
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It.
You guys.
Yes.
I mean, since before you guys came on, I think I've gotten so many receipts about everything. I'm just like, whoa, oh, hey, look at this, look at that. I'm like, okay, and then Kayla sends me some stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is wow. I'm just shocked.
And remember now that Ken become our friends, and so don't make me mad because I'm gonna call Ken.
I don't want to do a habit. Yeah. Can I say now that I have some Italian connections now? I got some Italian connections.
Yeah.
You got connections. You got connections. No, it's just unfortunate that you have a few bad apples that filter information up to good senior leaders to create their own narrative to get what they want. Right. Or and other people suffer.
Yeah. I was about to say, and either get away with something or inflict. Like I said, I feel bad for your husband, man. Just, you're doing this stuff and you're doing this advocacy work, and then how is he not getting fucked? I mean, it's just
no, because of course. Allora, first of all, my husband is really proud of me, and he loves the fact that I help.
Wait! Before you say this, I've got to tell Ken something. So a bunch of women, spouses, were being like, because she had a sexy picture on her social media, and they're like, I can't believe, you post sexy pictures of yourself on social media. What does your husband think? So then there's a picture of Adam coming from behind her with naked, holding her naked breast in his hand from behind. And she says, guys, don't worry, my husband supports me.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys must. I mean, I'd be trolling the fuck out of everybody, anyways. That's
no, okay. Can I try to be guys? When you give all these spicy details, then they're gonna say. So my husband, I would just say that my husband supports me. He's very happy especially when I'm helping people, and honestly, the people that work with my husband, they are really nice to me and to him, and there is he's doing a good job. He's a very good soldier. He loves his job. He loves the army, and I think that these people is very stupid if they threat or retaliate against my husband, because then they're gonna have more problems.
Right. Right.
And I don't think they want more problems. So
don't poke the bear.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's very obvious.
No, here's the thing. Like, we've proven that we're not going anywhere. We've been doing this for 10 years. This specific, I've been doing it for 30 years. Like, we're not going anywhere.
Right.
We're not scared of them. We're not scared. Like I told General Miyoko Shanley, she was like, you are not going to go to the Associated Press with this. I said, ma'am, I'll go work at Sephora before I'll lie to these young service members.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean? You won't go to the What do you mean you won't go? I mean, that's like a whatever. You can't tell me that shit.
Madam, why are you saying? Why are you asking me such a question? It's very sad, because I explain you. Why should be bad what we are doing? The people should be proud of us. The people should be proud of the job, of to telling what's going on, to be brave, to be proud of what we're doing, because we're not hurting nobody. We're not damaging nobody. We just expose things that are not okay. That's it. So
It's not, like my nana said, anything done in secret's of the devil.
Yeah.
And these secrets that's how the mold grows, how the darkness grows, and we're just shedding light.
Yeah, and your team, your advocacy team network. I mean, it's not small. It's not just you guys. You guys have a pretty good team already.
Oh, and I have a couple of retired generals that are not on the website that are part of it as well.
Right. Yeah, I remember you saying that it was pretty good, a pretty robust staff. This is, I mean, like I said, dropped in the links. Ladies,
and that doesn't even count like our volunteers that we have.
I was about to say, now you have these. Is this a 501, Charlie? Is this a
501c3? Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, guys. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? Because I'm like, I know.
I mean, I got plenty to talk about, but not right now.
Okay.
I'll send you some scenarios, and you can cherry pick which ones you think the listeners would appreciate the most.
Yeah. No problem. Because what I'm going to do is after we're done here, I'm going to make sure that the link to your the Never Alone group advocacy. Yeah. English is my 8th language. Then I'll freaking I'll post it on the timeline and say, hey, look.
And Instagram is really easy to get us at Never Alone Soldiers.
Okay. Perfect.
And so my email is amyfrank@neveralonesoldiers.org.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, and if we don't respond to you, that means you accidentally went into my junk or whatever. Just hit me up again.
Right. No, yeah. And if you don't, guys, and if you send something to these ladies, respond when they email you, because they will make sure that you're okay. I know you guys did that with me. Are we still doing this? What time are we doing this? What time are we doing this?
Oh, we have follow through.
Yeah, exactly.
We're persistent.
You guys are pretty good at it. I love it. I love the follow up. Guys, thank you guys for so much for hanging out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. We're gonna take a.
Michaela, you have anything else you want to say before we go?
You got anything? Because we're gonna go on a break and we're gonna play some music, and then we could talk afterwards while the break is going on. If you want to do that right quick.
You got anything, Mickey?
I thought there was some music.
No.
Okay, no. So. Okay. I wish everybody a very wonderful night. I'm sure that this is a success, because I was finally able to say something. And thank you, Ken, for the opportunity. I'm really happy. And I think I told you everything I know. And
not everything,
Yeah, not everything, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to everything.
The points that I wanna say,
exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
But I think we said a lot of good points, and I think that who have a good heart and you wanna understand more, and especially people that should investigate in these stories that they hear tonight. I'm sure now they're gonna have more. They're gonna speed up. Okay, and that's it. I love you guys. I love you, my friends.
I love you. And I'm telling you, don't wait to ask for help.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna take a break right quick. I'm gonna shoot the shit with the ladies right quick, and then I'll be right back. So, shots, stand by.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Good night.
That's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once. It's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like constantly.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
you trekkies and TV addicts. Don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. Or you cling onto your grandma's house. Grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Blowing doors off inches. Grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire. I'll snatch it off with the needle nose pliers.
Like usual overhaul. With the evil you never seen before. Gliding in the glazing like Lord Green. Like a racing with the bass so not goofy like they're in a hate so I'm a hip-hop making your night with practice me running that you know all right. What's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Believe when they say I'm no better than you. Except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. What's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Son, you better listen. Stuck in your what is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like eyes on a rat that you comply. Now, hey, nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci. Some of my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician of the bank cashier. Engineer, I wear cotton and gonna cruise past ya. Don't money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Blazing, yeah, I phase him. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, just stay shit. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Turn this party out. Now I go by the name of the King and Rock. I don't rap a cup nor a drop. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. And I am the one with the clientele. You say at rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see, ain't got the
Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
Opinions on this podcast, and of course, you can feel free to make your comments all you want, but don't be surprised if somebody from the WTF Nation, the other followers, say you guys are fucking nuts or you guys are just talking shit. Then there you go. Let the block party begin. Not everyone will accept your opinion, nor is everyone else's opinion is acceptable to you. So, to quote David Chappelle, you could shut the fuck up. There you go. Anyways. So we took a little break, and then I was talking with Amy and Michela to get all the deets, to get all the information out. And I'm pretty sure the Caserme Ederle is going to have some convo there, some coffee talk to discuss. I was holding it, man. I took a longer break because I had to. I was drinking. This is like my second cup of coffee, so I had to At any rate, one of the things that I wanted to cover before we did some housekeeping is we posted. Look, everyone grieves differently. Everyone memorializes differently. And so today, and this is the thing that we posted early in the morning. It was a remembrance post. I cannot speak English today. Cannot speak the English. No puedo hablar español or inglés. Today is the anniversary of the 13 lives that were lost at the Abbey Gate suicide bombing. And so. We posted that, and let me adjust that there for you guys so you can see. This will show a little bit more respect to the individuals. That way, they're not all completely out. There you go. Look, there are going to be posts that we do that require or do not require a caption. Somebody got pissed off because we didn't post a commentary, and I'm like, huh? We're commemorating the lives lost, okay? Reflect on how you know, or research or look up history. And I guarantee it, ask why or why you're not, making your comment. So I'm just letting you guys know that, hey, how our posts, when it comes to stuff like that it goes in a specific way to where we're commemorating, memorializing, and basically the post, all it said was remember. That's all it said. Some individuals don't like, how do I say this? Because then the people are going to get mad. Oh, you hate vets. And it's not that we don't hate vets. It's like, to respect, we will post and then we'll put remember. And it was in a series of posts. There's going to be one more post coming on later on tonight. And that's the fallout, the testimony of one of the individuals on site. So we posted that, and then we also posted the Marine video of the loss of those lives. And so it was with some context that said, that 13 service members gave their lives today. This is the anniversary of, gave their last full measure of devotion at the Hamid Karzai International Airport. And today we remember their service and sacrifices, which enabled the evacuation of nearly 130,000 people, closing the chapter of our involvement in Afghanistan. A DoD statement posted, and this wasn't posted like recently, just like, back in, I don't know, a year or so ago. My hat's all fucking wonky. Took my headphones on. Quote, 2 decades of noble service demanded significant and skillful service. Many service members still bear the wounds of war to body and soul, and to the 2,461 brave heroes that never made it home. And so there you go. That's what was posted. Everyone memorializes and remembers the fallen in their own specific way. So there's not really a certain way. So when someone says, you should have done this, you should have done that, hey, there's everybody else that got it. Why don't you kind of read the room or read the chats and say, hey, look, this is what we saw. This is we appreciate that. So you can see the video posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments and from the Marines. It was very former President Trump did visit the tombs of the unknown. And there's a lot of people that got upset because he took a picture at a gravestone and he had a thumbs up and the whole family was smiling. He was smiling. Hey, look, man, people grave different. You can't sit there and talk about vet bros screaming and yelling in a fucking pickup truck about what's right or wrong, or the army is woke or the military is woke, and then serve your own self-righteousness on how you own fucking feel like somebody should be mourned. Hey, look, people mourn differently. People do mourn differently. I'm not going to disrespect anybody who has their family or any, or have invited the former president to do it. So I kind of keep my comment off of that, because then I know people are going to get mad and say, "Oh, you're smiling and doing thumbs up in front of the picture, in front of a gravestone." And do I think it's good? Do I think it should be appropriate like that? Hey, I'm not that person's family. If that person said, "Hey, it's good, this is this," you cannot capitalize or gatekeep how someone mourns or again commemorates the loss of their family member. You just can't. The only thing that we got, I'll say this, didn't see the current administration go visit anybody, or didn't do any tomb wreath laying. Oh, there you go. So exactly that. Simon Templar says it perfectly. We remember our friends and honor them in the way that we think that you appreciate it. Yes, I want you guys to have a big ass fucking barbecue, cases of Tecate everywhere. I want Harley Davidsons being revved up in some peel out contests. I want some freaking chicken wings eat in mass. I want it all. There you go. That's all I care about. Oh, my hat's feeling all weird. It's like I'm looking in the mirror. There, right there. It's just like feeling all goofy. I'm not going on my freaking. So that's all I gotta say about it, man. You can't tell a family member sucks. You should mourn your family member this way. Hey, I would say a mix. Simon Templar. Tecate is pissed, but I'll tip a Modelo for me. It's a mix. Matter of fact, I'm not. I'm. Can I say I'm exclusive? I'm beer gender exclusive, so you can even bring Bud Light. A Green Beret Club favorite. The buckets of Bud Light. Bud Light, Modelo, Tecate. Fuck yeah, dude. Four Loko. I don't give a shit. Bone in or boneless. Doesn't matter. You gotta celebrate. Meanwhile, there'll be a big screen posted on the side of my garage, so that way you guys can see all the mean tweets and all the shit posting that I've done and all that. And all my exes and all that can come out and whatever. I don't care. Again, because at that point, I'd rather you remember me that way. It's not the same thing people get wrapped around with Memorial Day. People think it's supposed to be too somber. Exactly that. With some three Cletus. I mean, I know some of my friends that I know that have lost their lives in combat. or have died natural causes, or I know for a fact how they were. And I remember we all sitting there on the smoke pit and they're like, yeah, I want to fucking do this and do that. So oddly enough, Trump served me Thanksgiving dinner while I was in Afghanistan. Just saying. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. All right, solid. There you go. Damn, D. Treasy did that? Wow. Okay. So again, how you want to do the post? Yeah, I think I can pull the post up. I'll pull the picture up. Everyone's gonna fucking go, oh, you fucking do. So you guys tell me. You guys tell me if this is tasteless. Or you guys saying? Because again, you're being invited to the party. If your family's inviting you, then your family's inviting you to do it, and they go, hey, let's do a selfie. Let's do it over over a grave. Let's see. Let me look this stuff right here, because I know you guys are gonna get mad or saying how I should be on the outrage kick. I normally don't. Again, I don't get mad. I don't. How families want to honor their families. This is right here. This is right here is where everyone now look. Tell me if this is if this is cringe to you. Again, I would not do it. I mean, I would kind of like, but this is what the family wanted. So you tell me. You tell me if that's capiche. If that's good. So I don't know. I visited the graves of my friends and family, and I talked to them. I have a beer with them, shoot the shit, laugh, cry, take pictures of it. Again, I can't. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna if the family wants you to come and show up to honor you that way, then there you go. Fuck, man. A former president or a sitting president at my grave? Shit. What would you do? So I know everyone's gonna go like, oh, you should. Nope, not cringe. It's all good. See? Oh, Dave Froman. Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah. So there you go. I love how we get the chats on the X app now. It's pretty cool. So is that cringe? Not cringe. Okay. Well, how about this? Is this cringe or not cringe? Man, I can't wait for September 1st when we start doing the WTF Nation Decides. Woo, buddy. If you guys don't know what that is, I think every presidential election that has been in the existence of WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, a couple months prior to the election, we have what's called WTF Nation Decides. And what that is that basically we invite everybody who is a pundit, who is running for office or not running for office, that wants to talk. Everybody knows that we've had we've even had the don't listen to the words, actions speak louder than the words every time, facts matter. Say it. There you go. We have everyone's like, oh, you guys are gonna do MAGAs or whatever. No, I've actually interviewed some tough, actually not really tough. We've had some good political people come on and shoot the shit. And I wonder how much it costs to install a stripper pole in a funeral home. See, again, how you want to go out is how you want to go out. How you want to honor your dead, or how do you want to honor that, then I mean, how could you get mad at that stuff? At least he showed up. There you go. Just another comment there. Yeah, at least he showed up. So, anyways, 1 October, the beginning of the new fiscal year, obviously, and then that's especially during election season. Then that's when we go into the WTF Nation Decides. WTF Nation Decides is where we have everybody. You'll start seeing fucking posting of political commentators. We'll even have supporters and anti-supporters. We've had libertarians. We'd have like shit. We had some hardcore left. We didn't really have any hardcore right. They didn't want to come on. I don't know why. but we had some left and right political candidates at the time. Come on out, shoot the shit. So it's like, here we go. Y'all talking about installing stripper poles at cemeteries? Is that what it is? Gary says that he could do it for $250. I need about $250. So again, when we when we get into this stuff and we start talking about it, and people are gonna get heated, people are gonna think, oh, you guys are fucking taking a side. Nope, we're just going to And you guys are gonna have any graphics? Yes, we will have graphics. It's gonna look like we're campaigning, but we're not campaigning for anybody. Does that make sense? Let's see. This is what we did for 2020. Yeah, we had Vermin Supreme. That's right. Everyone laughed at us. I'm like, hey, these fucking Vermin Supreme showed up. If I go before you go, there will be my list. Throw hands in my honor. You damn right. So this is from the presidential election we had when we did WTF Nation Decides. We're gonna do it again. Can't wait for this year. Can't wait. 1 October is gonna be fun. Opening all of it right now to anybody, political pundits, specific groups that want to come on and shoot the shit. I guarantee it. Once it takes one, it takes one political group to show up, and then the other ones just keep happening because that's what happened. We had some. Yes, this is from 2020. I know. I'm just showing you guys. This is from 2020. We had a political pundit come that was a hardcore Trump, and then we had another one that was hardcore liberal. Loved it. It was a great time. Am I going to go full 6 hours on election night again? Probably. We're probably going to do that again. We're probably going to sit there and man the mics because that was a marathon show. The last one was fucking what? 8 hours? Was it 6 hours? No, 6 hours was the other election when Trump got elected. But this one was a fucking the last one with Trump and Biden. That was like an 8 hour show. What had happened was, So we gotta remember that because we were watching the count, and then it fucking stopped. And then they said, "Oh, do we have a link to the Vermin Supreme one?" That's a good question. Let me see. Look. Yeah, 2016 was wild, dude. It was fucking. Oh, it was classic. Let me bring up that link for you. Vermin Supreme. He was pretty cool about it too. That dude was that dude was on it. Let's see. Vermin Supreme for Oh, I had him on. That was me. There you go. Yeah, that was that was me. That was me. It was me. I had he came on twice though. I thought he came on with me, then he came on with he came on with Friday Night Freedom too. I could have sworn he came on that time. That was back in 2019. Yeah. So, yeah, it was me. Holy shit, it was me. Damn, it was me. So yeah, we had Vermin Supreme on. But yeah, there you go. Fucking awesome. That was a fun show. I was like, was that? I could have sworn we had him on twice. Because I remember him and Pookie and Cos not going at it, but talking. It was it was a classic freaking. Oh, I had a blast. That was a blast show. And then everyone got mad. Unfortunately, no. Fortunately, yeah. There you go. So that it was on my show. Yeah, there you go. But I could have sworn we had him join another pod. So okay. Well, let me scroll them up. There we go. Let me scroll them up here. Bam, and it's inside the chat, so you guys could watch that show in the chats. There you go. Bam. All right. So, again, 1 October, WTF Nation Decides. Live will be all over WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. You'll also see a change of the WTF Nation Radio Twitter. You'll see WTF Nation Decides. we're opening out contact at WTFNationRadio.com. If you would like to come on and bash your opponent, I guess that's what we call it because we already know what it is. There's a couple people that I want to invite on that I'm working in secret to get on. So I can't wait. Might as well fucking pull up the guest graphics. No, wait, might as well pull the graphics. The show graphics. This is the Monday edition, of course. Let me do the show lineup. There you go. Yeah, Cos, you see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he had the other one too. So it was like Cos. Yeah, you're right. See, it was me and then Cos. He was just he wanted to come back. He kept pestering us to come back. So again, if you are a pundit, you want to shit post on somebody else, exactly that I saw, make sure you vote. So Doug Stone will be on tomorrow for Pop Culture Warrior on Tuesdays. Of course, this is the Monday edition. You're with myself and Massey. I told Massey to take some time off because I was going to be talking to some guests a little bit earlier, so to make sure that the schedule was fitted. And then so Doug Stone. Let's see. Let me look at some pop culture stuff. And Doug Stone, that was the known for Ninja Scroll, Metal Gear Solid, and Ghost in the Shell voice actor. So he'll be on to shoot the shit. Still trying to get Tulsi. Oh, dude, why are you revealing secrets? Pip. She or she may not come on. Who knows? Tulsi Gabbard, yeah, that's one of the possibles. Other veterans groups that are against Trump, more than likely will have them come on. So I always like sparring with everybody else when it comes to other groups. Again, we got a lot of shit for having both sides coming on, but everyone else I thought was a pretty good. They said I was fair, so I will take it like that. There you go. Wednesday is the smoke pit with the Sorents, the team Sorents of the WTF Nation, the squad leaders. Exactly what it means. Smoke pits. Smoke pits? No, smoke pit. That's with the Radar and TZ. And then, of course, Sergeant's Time with myself and Spiky. And then with Sergeant's Time. Do I have anything for Sergeant's Time? I thought, that's a couple of dates that are tentative. And then Friday night, FTX, occasional posts. You'll see some tabletop games. And then a weekend co-ops with Nemo and the crew at WTF Nation Gaming. Now, here's the thing. Is there's going to be an announcement coming up on there's going to be an announcement for Friday. I think they're going to use that to announce our once again our WTF Nation Fantasy Football League again. I think that's coming back, which everyone last year participated and it was fun as hell. So there you go. Oh, you're trying to push her to come on here. Yeah, exactly. Again, we'll there might be some people that, can talk to other people and break the ice to do with other people to do that. So, and then of course, oh shit, I was too early. Oh, it's too fast. There you go. So that's Saturday, the co-ops. And then on a Sunday, we have the Ashel King Smith and What Do You Hear? What Do You Say? The Coach on WTF Nation Radio's The Sports Bar, where they give you a different perspective of sports. There you go. So that's it. Anywho, share, like, and follow. We are broadcasting on live. What are we live on? We're on 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. We're on 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And we're live on the X app because I can see some guys chatting in the apps. That's pretty cool. At WTF Nation Radio. So make sure you share, like, and follow, share, cry, complain, whatever. Again, if you want to be a guest on WTF Nation Radio, so you broadcast it and blast it out, contact at WTFNationRadio.com. Or hit me up at the IO guy on the X app. Just send me a DM and I'll send it over to the team. So there we go. So with that, y'all have a good night and shit. See you. Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tensions far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep. A midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. The mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam. Every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange. Army top of the force, it never will change. She'll raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say Army top of the force every single day.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at war horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improved communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at war horses, you're family. And families solve problems together.
Сьогодні ти знову написала, що тобі страшно. І я знову попрошу. Ні, сьогодні я накажу відставити боятись. Погладь за мене Бармалея і спокійно лягай спати. До речі, як там Урусі в школі? Скажи тату берегти серце і обійняти маму. І взагалі, давайте усміхатися. Ваші силі краса. Допомагайте один одному і виручайте. Цілуйте любимих. Святкуйте свою свободу. Ви за нашими спинами, ось такі теж надійні, не ховаєтеся, прикриваєте нас із тилу. Зробіть так, щоб ми пишалися вами. І ми повернемось. Повернемось і будемо жити.